Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Of course, I want to give you guys an update. What is happening with Bitcoin right now, of course, and it is dropping, right? Bitcoin today is actually dropping once again. Okay, we saw Bitcoin yesterday actually pumping, okay, to about, 63 to even $64,000, even above 64K. But today, Bitcoin is actually, okay, having a dip back down to $62,000. So yes, guys, I actually want to give you guys an update what's been happening with Bitcoin and of course the entire crypto market. And you guys can pretty much guess what is happening with the crypto market right now. Obviously, a fair few altcoins are in fact having a slight drop, nothing too crazy, right? Because Bitcoin is dropping, that means other altcoins will drop, right? Usually, okay, altcoins will follow what Bitcoin is doing. And there is in fact some Bitcoin charts that I do in fact want to show you guys, and I do in fact want to talk about Bitcoin ETFs because you guys can read by the title, and this is actually very, very exciting. And I've talked about this a couple of months ago, but Bitcoin ETFs are in fact coming to Australia. And if you guys don't know already, I live in Australia personally, right? I do live in Australia. I feel like a lot of you guys don't know that, so yes, okay, now you guys know, right? And I do in fact mention that sometimes, okay? But yes, guys, if you guys don't know already, I do in fact, I myself live in Australia. So this is obviously, very, very exciting for, Bitcoin investors slash traders, Bitcoiners that are in fact here in Australia, right? This is obviously, very, very bullish in general because I feel like a lot of Bitcoin ETFs are in fact spreading around different countries and cities, right? So this is obviously, very, very exciting. So I want to talk more about that. But before we talk about all that, guys, I do in fact want to show you guys what is happening right now with Bitcoin. So you guys can just clearly see Bitcoin, like I said, is in fact dipping even more today. And you guys can clearly see Bitcoin is now back down at $62,000. Okay, at this level of 62K, and you guys can clearly see it's holding strong at 62,200, right? And we are in fact in the 1 hour time frame. So you guys can just clearly see for the past few hours, we are in fact seeing Bitcoin having a a slight backdrop back down to the downside. Now, if we go to the daily time frame, you guys can just clearly see, okay, Bitcoin is pretty much consolidating, right? You guys can just clearly see that. Okay, Bitcoin is clearly consolidating at this level in between pretty much $60,000 and of course its previous all-time highs back in March this year. Okay, it's new all-time highs so far as above $73,000. Okay, and you also can just clearly see ever since then Bitcoin has just been going up and down, right? Creating a high and high low. So you guys can just clearly see Bitcoin is still holding very, very strong in my opinion. Okay, still above $60,000. Okay, so that's what really all that matters, I guess. Okay, I really do feel like Bitcoin has potential to go lower. Okay, there will in fact be a crash one day potentially that we could potentially see Bitcoin dropping back down to below $60,000. And I told you guys many times, right? If we see that, okay, if we actually see Bitcoin dropping below 60K, we should really take that as a huge golden once in a lifetime opportunity to buy more Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin soon enough is going to have a beautiful bull run. Understand that, guys. So right now is honestly the most crucial time to accumulate as much Bitcoins as you possibly can while still below 100K, right? So yes, Bitcoin right now is $62,000, and of course the market today is down. You guys can clearly see the market overall is down over 2%, 2.3%. And for the past 24 hours, we are in fact seeing Bitcoin dropping over 2%, Ethereum dropping 3.4%. Okay, but Ethereum, even though it's having a little drop today, it's still holding very strong above $3,000. Okay, $2,000. And you guys can just clearly see for the past 24 hours, we are in fact seeing a fair few reds for a lot of altcoins. So it is obviously a red day today. We are in fact seeing a fair few altcoins dropping, 2%, 3%, 4%, over 5% even, right? So it's clearly a red day today, okay? But, I feel like the market has been pumping and then it's been dropping and then it's been pumping again and then it's been dropping. So understand, guys, pretty much everything is still holding very, very strong, right? Everything is just consolidating right now. Okay, we're not seeing a huge drop in the market so far, right? Everything is still holding very, very strong. But understand, guys, long term, especially, towards the end of this year in 2024, and of course throughout next year in 2025, we're going to see Bitcoin having a beautiful bull run. And of course, alt season is obviously coming, right? Alt season is obviously right around the corner, guys. Understand that. And speaking about alt season, we know it's coming. Okay, so you guys can just clearly see from this chart right here, it's looking like altcoins is ready to explode. And of course it is, right? We are already, seeing a fair few altcoins pumping like crazy. Okay, and I've told you guys this many times, and I'm gonna say it again, right? A lot of these altcoins in the crypto market, understand, guys, okay, a lot of these altcoins in the crypto market, a lot of them, majority of them, okay, I'm not saying all of them will do this, but majority of these altcoins, understand, okay, they will reach back up to its previous all-time highs and of course reach a new all-time high. Understand that. So there's obviously a lot of room right now for money to be made, and that's why a lot of people are in fact looking for the next altcoin or looking for the right altcoin for the next upcoming bull run, right? They want to make that money. Okay, let's not lie here. We are in the crypto market to make that money, guys. Okay, that's everyone's goal pretty much. Okay, to build wealth or make money, right? Just in general, just make money. Okay, so understand, guys, there's a lot of room right now to make money with altcoins, and this is obviously not financial advice, guys, so always do your own research. But yes, majority of these altcoins, not all of them, but majority of them will reach back up to its previous all-time highs and of course reach, okay, its previous highs and reach a new high. Yes, but a lot of them won't do that. Okay, but for example, Solana, I've been mentioning about this many times about Solana. I really do believe, Solana is in fact one of those altcoins that will reach back up to its previous all-time highs and of course reach a new high. Same with Ethereum, right? Ethereum is obviously going to do that. One of the largest altcoins out there, right? The king of altcoins. Of course, Ethereum's going to reach back up to its previous highs and reach a new high, especially with, Ethereum ETFs coming out, right? It's looking very bullish for Ethereum, right? How can you not be bullish with Ethereum? Okay, so understand, guys, okay, Ethereum's going to pump, Solana's going to pump. I really do believe something like Chainlink. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Chainlink. Chainlink has huge potential as well for the next upcoming bull run, right? Bull market. I really do believe Chainlink's going to reach its previous all-time highs and of course reach a new high in the next upcoming bull run. Okay, and many more other altcoins will do. I'm not going to name them in this video, but those are just some of the altcoins that will, reach back up to its previous highs and reach a new high. Okay, so understand, guys, alt season is coming, meaning a lot of these altcoins will pump in the market. So prepare yourselves for that, you guys. Okay, but let's talk about these Bitcoin ETFs, which is actually pretty interesting. Okay, I came across this, and this is actually very interesting. And you guys probably don't even know this, right? But it's showing us here, okay, that the Hong Kong, okay, and I've talked about this, okay, I mentioned this, right, over a week ago, okay, when it was in fact released, but Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs launches tomorrow, guys, okay, literally tomorrow. And it's not just Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure it's Ethereum as well, right? But this is obviously, very exciting, okay? Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs to launch pretty much tomorrow. And here's a little secret from this part of the world. The Asian market in news account is bigger than the US and European markets combined, which is absolutely crazy. You guys can clearly see, right? This is what it is showing. Number of cryptocurrency users in different regions in millions. Okay, so you guys can clearly see Asia is the biggest one out there. Okay, so Asia, and then there's Africa, Europe, South America, and North America, and Oceania, right? But you guys can clearly see Asia is obviously the biggest one, right? Which is probably surprising for a lot of you guys, okay? And for me, I didn't know this, right? But it's actually bigger than America and Europe, right? It's crazy, okay? So seems like there's a lot of cryptocurrency users in Asia. Okay, and that's very true, especially with the Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs coming out, and of course Ethereum ETFs, which is funny because I remember, guys, back in like early of 2021, I remember China was like banning crypto over in China. Okay, even like Bitcoin and whatnot, obviously, which is crazy, but it's the biggest users. Okay, so that's that. But here's what I really wanted to talk about. Okay, and I've talked about this before, okay, about a couple of weeks ago. Okay, but I want to talk more about it because this article just came out, and it says here Bitcoin ETF bandwagon heads to Australia after $53 billion haul in US. And it says here Australia's top exchange expected to approve the ETFs in 2024 this year. This is exciting. Okay, so Bitcoin ETFs are in fact coming in Australia for this year in 2024, guys. So if you guys are watching this video right now and you guys are in fact here in Australia, this is obviously very, very bullish, especially just, Bitcoin in general, right? And I feel like a lot of different countries are gonna start doing this. A lot of Bitcoin ETFs are in fact gonna start going around to different countries, okay, in cities and whatnot, right? But this is obviously, very, very bullish, guys, okay, obviously, right? So this is obviously pretty exciting, okay, not just for, the people in Australia, but just worldwide, right? Especially if you guys are in fact in Bitcoin and crypto, right? This is obviously, very, very bullish, okay? How is it not, right? And understand, guys, right? What you guys are looking at right now is the gold spot ETF, right? So gold ETF, when it was in fact launched back in November of 2004, right? You guys can just clearly see that. You guys can just clearly see what happened next once the gold ETF did in fact launch in November of 2004. It pumped, right? You guys can just clearly see gold did in fact pump, right? So this was in fact the gold ETF launch. And understand, guys, okay, with the Bitcoin ETFs, the same exact thing is going to happen. We're going to see a beautiful bull run. That's why I've been telling you guys, this next upcoming bull run is going to be completely different compared to all these other Bitcoin bull runs that we have, in fact, been seeing throughout Bitcoin history. This one's going to be completely different because we have a Bitcoin ETF coming, and we know a lot of different institutions, right, like Fidelity and of course BlackRock, they've been buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin ever since the ETFs were in fact approved by the SEC back in January 2024, right, earlier this year. Ever since then, a lot of these institutions, the big guys, they've been buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin. We know that, right? So understand, guys, new money, a lot of money, billions of dollars are going to be flowing into Bitcoin. Understand that. And that means Bitcoin's going to absolutely skyrocket. And that's why this time it's going to be completely different compared to, our previous bull runs. This one's going to be even bigger in a way, right? So prepare yourselves for that, you guys, okay? But yes, this is what's going to happen with Bitcoin, right? Speaking about the bull run, this is exactly what's going to be happening with Bitcoin. A massive bull run is coming, and obviously we're going to see Bitcoin reaching a new top, a new all-time high sometime in 2025, most likely towards the end of 2025, right? And then, of course, in 2026 and 2027, we're going to see Bitcoin having a drawdown, right? It's going to have another correction back down to the downside because, of course, we're entering a bear market, right? So that's what should potentially be happening for Bitcoin. But, guys, you guys can just clearly see a beautiful bull run is coming for Bitcoin. And easily, we're going to see Bitcoin at 100K towards the end of this year in 2024. Of course, guys, we're going to see it at 150K to 200K, right? That's pretty much going to happen next year in 2025. I don't think we're going to see a 200K Bitcoin, this year in 2024, but next year, 2025, 100%. Even at 300K Bitcoin, a fair few people are in fact predicting that we're going to see a 300K Bitcoin, even over 300K Bitcoin in the next upcoming bull run / bull cycle. So prepare yourselves for that, you guys, because personally, I think that is in fact going to happen as well. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. But yeah, I will obviously, keep you guys updated on what's going to happen with Bitcoin. But Bitcoin right now is slightly dropping today. Okay, back down at $62,000. But in my opinion, it's still holding very, very strong. So I will obviously keep you guys updated on what's going to happen with Bitcoin. But on that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.